community. Some people will be affected by the recession already, some people aren't. How do we bridge that? And when we meet our fear and really let ourselves feel it in a shared space, it transforms into the desire to act.
And so I then explored a bit with the group my own reaction to that sort of thing. What's my relationship with money? Because something that's been happening for me over the last few years is, through becoming involved in transition, I've become more able to look at my relationship with money, which actually is a metaphor with my relationship with fear. Because what I used to do with money was seek to control the future. I was seeking to insure myself somehow against God knows what, anything. What can happen in the future? And it's such an extraordinary thing to do, really, to seek to control the enormous range of things that could happen to me. And it's such an insecure and fearful and wounded thing to do. And we can do practical work with a sense of urgency. There's a quote which shamelessly steal from the Totnes Heart and Soul Group about holding true patience in the face of great urgency. And that's so key, isn't it, for all of us?
I was an activist-only talk, but like most of us, I've seen a lot of videos and read a lot about predictions and things like that, and it is quite scary. The opportunity or the need that I see coming out of this is maybe among transitioners, some kind of platform or some kind of a medium for us to all share the facts and be really kind of on the cutting edge of what the facts are.
This brings us back to the thing about blame. I don't blame anybody else other than myself for not having informed myself about that. And it's, if you like, a little sort of warning sign to me, and I hope maybe to other people, that in the circumstances we're all heading towards, it's going to be very easy to say, why didn't somebody else do something? To which the answer is, why didn't I? And that, I think, among many other things I could say about what happened last night, what I'm going to take away from that is I need to make sure that I'm better informed about things that are out there to be discovered that I could have discovered last year's conference, for example.
But it reminds me that the old system will collapse. We've got no idea how or when. It may collapse in pieces in different places, or it may collapse all at once, and we don't know. But the thing to remind ourselves of is that when it does, what's going to hold us all together? And I imagine everybody in this room knows what's going to hold us all together.
They have been predicting collapse within 6 to 18 months for about 4 years. To be fair to them, they are predicting on the basis of precedent, and we're in unprecedented times. You know, if you think about economic prediction, we are moving from a situation of ever increasing amounts of surplus net energy going into economies to a situation of decreasing net surplus energy. What's really important is how do we then react to what happens? And are we reacting to what happens with a sense of community? And that's really the broader framing for transition which I'm drawing from this. So we all need to be able really to handle the shocks in our inner work as well as in our relationship with the outer world, and then go out and use that in our transition initiatives.
That future expectations are not reality. So yes, what she was saying is very scary, but we don't know how governments will react to an economic meltdown. We don't know how strong we are. I mean, and how strong it will get. The wider circle. So I came away a lot more hopeful, and also that transition is our pension.